Alright guys, for this video we are going to go over this last example from this Google slide. It says find the equation for the exponential function represented by the table below. Well, let's ask ourselves what we know about this. Well, first off, we know it's exponential, so it is going to follow the rules of y equals a times b to the power of x. We also know that we have an y-intercept that is 0, 2, and a second point, which is 3, 250. We can actually use both of these to help us solve this problem. So let's write down what we know on this document. Okay, so again, it is exponential, so y equals a times b to the power of x. And we know that a just represents our y-intercept, which we said was 0, 2. So let's write down 2 for a. We don't happen to know, unfortunately, what b is equal to, so let's just put a question mark there for now. What we do, however, know is that we have an x and a y in this function, and we also know that our xy that we can plug in there are 3, 250. So let's go ahead and rewrite this equation with the things that we know. Okay, so again, we know that y equals a times b to the power of x. We know that our a is going to be the number 2. We also know that our b is going to be, sorry, not our b, we know that our xy coordinates were 3, 250. So let's change our x to 3 and our y to 250. Wonderful. Well, in order to get b cubed alone, we have to get rid of this 2. The only way we can do that is to divide it, since it's being multiplied. So let's go ahead and divide the 2 on this side. We'll cause it to disappear, which is really easy to do. Now it's gone. And if we divide 250 by 2, well, let's do that on a calculator. 250 divided by 2, it's going to be 125. So let's change this 250 to 125. Now this is the point where a lot of people will start to get a little confused. They think, how can I get rid of this b cubed? I don't know. The best way is with a calculator, obviously. And in order to do that on this calculator, we're going to have to do a cubed root. Now, a cubed root is actually pretty hard to do on here as is. Now, if we square root, we're going to get this, which we don't actually want. A square root is not going to help us at all. And so trying to do it on a calculator similar to this, it doesn't help at all. So what we're going to do instead is we are going to try to instead use Desmos. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Desmos. By now you guys should know how to do that. And we're going to try to find out what the cubed root of 125 is. So for Desmos, we are going to open up our little typey calculator area here. We are going to go over to functions. We are going to go to miscellaneous, and we're going to do n to the root. So that's this button right over here. Okay, well, we're going to have to tell it what type of root we want. Well, we want a cubed root, and we wanted to find the cubed root of 125, which gives us our answer of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do some fancy equation stuff here. We're going to say the cubed root, that's a square root, the cubed root 125 is equal to the cubed root of b cubed. As you guys know, this cubed root and this cubed are going to cancel out, just leaving us with b. And we just found that the cubed root of 125 is the number 5. So in other words, we know that 5 is equal to b. We have our a, we have our b, we can make an equation. Let's do that now. Y is equal to a, which is 2, times b, which is 5, to the power of x. And this is going to be our equation and our answer for this problem. That actually concludes this video for today. Thanks for stopping by.